They were supposed to be roadkill statistics. 6 tiny gray fox kits left for dead after bulldozers rolled through their den site. Instead, they just became the most heartwarming comeback story of the summer. But here's where it gets controversial. Some wildlife experts argue that hand-raising 6 siblings together might actually make them too comfortable around one another and around people, hurting their odds of true independence. Ready to pick a side? Keep reading. On a sun-splashed Wednesday morning, staff from the Peninsula Humane Society SPCA, SPCA, cracked open the door of a travel kennel and watched 6 sleek, charcoal-furred streaks bolt into the underbrush of Alum Rock Park in San Jose. For the first time since they were palm-sized newborns, the orphaned gray foxes felt real dirt under their paws and tasted freedom instead of formula. How did they get here? Back in April, a construction crew grading land near the park accidentally unearthed a den. Inside 6 kits, eyes barely slits, no parent in sight. Rangers and workers tried the textbook move, placing the babies in a cardboard nest box near the site and retreating so mom and dad could reclaim them. 24 hours later, the adults still hadn't returned. Either the parents had been spooked beyond recovery, or, as some skeptics whisper, the noise and vibration had driven them off permanently. Cue the first debate hook. Should construction crews be required to pause work and scan for dens before firing up machinery? At 5 weeks old, the kits arrived at SPCA's Wildlife Care Center in Saratoga. Raising 1 orphaned fox is tricky. Raising 6 at once is practically unheard of. Staff set up a secluded, half-acre enclosure ringed with native oak and bay laurel, far from public view. They piped in recorded bird calls, scattered whole prey, and even rotated scents. Bobcat urine 1 week. Mountain lion scat the next, to keep the fox's danger radar sharp. Human voices were banned, caretakers wore camouflage ponchos and delivered food through hidden chutes. The goal? Produce wild animals, not Instagram pets. Fast forward 4 months, the kits, now closer to teenagers in fox years, had mastered pouncing on gophers, climbing low branches. Gray foxes are one of the few canids that can climb trees, and crucially, avoiding anything on 2 legs. Weighing in at a lean 7 to 10 pounds each, they sported the signature iron gray coats and bottle-brush tails that make gray foxes look like living shadows. August is prime dispersal season. Young foxes normally leave mom and dad to carve out their own territories. Because these 6 never had parents to begin with, biologists expect them to drift apart naturally, each staking a claim somewhere in the 720-acre Alum Rock Park or the Chaparral Hills beyond. Still, some researchers worry that littermates raised together might form a super pack, cooperating longer than wild siblings normally would. That could be great for rodent control, or terrible if they start raiding picnic baskets en masse. Second controversy teaser. Should wildlife rehabbers purposely separate siblings to force true independence? Gray foxes are California natives and unsung heroes of the ecosystem. A single adult can scarf down 1,500 rodents a year, plus the occasional berry binge that helps spread native plant seeds. Losing 6 young foxes would have created a measurable ripple. More rats, fewer seeds, a slightly less balanced park. If you stumble upon a fox kit that looks abandoned, pause before you play hero. True orphans are usually thin, dehydrated, and crying nonstop. A plump, quiet kit hiding under a bush is probably waiting for mom to return from her nightly hunt. When in doubt, snap a photo, note the exact location, and call SPCA's Wildlife Hotline at 650-340-7022. Their team will walk you through next steps. Sometimes that means leaving the animal alone. Sometimes it means a rescue. So what do you think? Did the rehabbers do the right thing by keeping all 6 siblings together? Or should they have split them up to ensure each fox learns true self-reliance? And bigger picture, are we as a society obligated to halt construction when wildlife dens are discovered? Or is that an unreasonable burden on progress? Drop your take below, agree, disagree, or share your own backyard fox encounter. The comment section is open, and the debate is just getting started.